Hi there, Cancers. Welcome back and welcome to my channel for those of you who are brand new. My name is Becca. I will be pulling a 5-position spread for you today, which is my usual spread. I hope you're enjoying this new moon in Taurus. It is actually the night of the new moon, so I hope you're all setting your intentions, you got your house good and clean, and making space for all of that new stuff coming in. So let's have a look at at what's going on, huh? So first position I pull is your recent past. You have the 5 of Earth and the 4 of Water. Interesting. So feeling left out in the cold, I'm kind of feeling like maybe an offer that you made was rejected or turned down. So let's look at your present situation. What is the present situation for Cancer? Spirit. What is the present situation? I hope you guys can hear me. The 10 of Earth. Wow. So the 10 of Earth, it is a 10, so it's an ending, and the 10 of Earth has everything to do with feeling abundant, abundance, investments coming in. It's your legacy. Right? So maybe this offer was one that you took and it moved you out of that feeling left out in the cold feeling. The third position I pull is your blockage. So the 9 of Fire. This is the battle card, right? This is the card that talks about having fight left in you. It's a 9, so it's almost a 10. Let's see what your message from Spirit is. The 8 of Water. Walking away. Taking your wisdom. Getting on the boat and leaving those 8 cups and going to look for your 2 cups. And the 5th position is the potential outcome. The 8 of Earth. Putting in the work. Nice. 2 8s. The overall energy for your reading is stability. The 4 of Fire. This is the celebration card. Having a reason to celebrate. You know, that's the 4 of Wands. So it's the marriage card. This could be, do I take this offer and come into this commitment? Okay. Let's get some clarifiers. Oh, what's going on? Why? Because I'm nosy. 3-minute reading just does not do it for me. Let's clarify the 5 of Earth and the 4 of Water. Let's clarify the 5 of Earth and 4 of Water. We have 2 more cards, please. Or 3 more cards. I never get the number that I'm asking for. The bottom of the deck, we have the 2 of Pentacles. So this card, for me, means looking for balance, but it can also mean someone feeling cheated. So let's look at what's going on here. So this was the first card that came out. This is the World in reverse. So this is either ending a cycle or completing, um, or not ending a cycle. Let's see what these other cards say. We have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Four of Swords in the upright, and the Eight of Cups in the upright. So this is completing a cycle, and it might have cost you some money. But you walked away from it, you rested, you meditated, you thought about this offer, and you walked away from it. It might have even caused you a little grief. I mean, I do see grief here. We have the Eight of Cups, and we have the Five of Pentacles, and this talks about grief. But the World card here, this is the last card in the deck, and letting the cycle close means that you have, you're sorting through and you're learning those lessons. And it brought you to a much better place, because we have this Ten of Earth here. Okay. So let's look at that. Please clarify the Ten of Earth. This is long-lasting stability, the Ten of Earth. And it definitely, kind of confirms that something has ended here. Some of you have found peace in this grief. You might be having a hard time moving away from it. Okay. You have the Ace of Swords. Beautiful energy. This is clarity. This is clear communication. It's the truth. It can also be the sword that cuts out the things that no longer serve you. We have the High Priestess here in reverse. And we have the Prince of Pentacles in the upright. So some of you might be dealing with a earth sign, because we have 2 earth signs. And some of you, I think, might be I feel like, this High Priestess, I feel like you are maybe studying something that's going to bring in this. It's a slow moving night, but it is moving. But it is a stable, financially stable offer. It's an offer. You may not be, with this High Priestess, I mean, you may not be listening to your intuition when it comes to this offer. Or you might be having a hard time dealing with some belief system. Normally the High Priestess doesn't make me think of a belief system, but yeah, that's just what I'm getting, is some sort of belief system. Some of you might be talking too much, or blocking out your own intuition. You don't trust yourself. Let's look at this 9 of fire. But whatever this is, you have clarity, and there's a stable offer coming in, and it is moving towards this legacy. So we have the Empress in reverse to clarify the 9 of fire. Again, it's the 9 of wands that's talking about having fight, continuing this fight, not letting go of this fight. And because it's your blockage, I want to say that, you know, having the fight left in you to continue, right? Feeling like you have the strength to do it. Now we have the Empress in reverse. Some of you could be dealing with a mother or a motherly figure that is not nurturing you, or you're having a hard time taking control of your empire, right? I just feel like sometimes when I see this in reverse, we feel like everything we touch dies, whereas the Empress in the upright has the complete opposite effect. Like if she touches something, it comes to life. So you're having a hard time bringing to life this healing. You have the Temperance card in the upright, like you want it to be now, but you need patience. This is a beautiful angel balancing the situation, healing the situation. Like I said, some of you have an issue with your mother and fear or toxicity and codependency. The devil is in reverse here, and so you're having a hard time nurturing this patience, nurturing this healing, but you're in fighting this toxic situation. You feel bound to something. Okay, let's look at this 8 of water, which is also in your past. So this is your message from Spirit. I mean, some of you might be dealing with a Capricorn. You do have an Earth sign here and the Devil card. Oh, that's a lot. Oh, it's a lot. The bottom of the deck, we have the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. That's good. So coming in victorious, getting attention, the 7 of Swords, so a strategy, some sort of sneaky behavior, it's in reverse, making this decision and sticking to it. We have the 10 of Pentacles again in the upright, beautiful. The 7 of Wands in reverse, putting down this fight But then we also have the stalemate card, the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords in the upright. So this card talks about being stuck in your head, not knowing which action to take. We also have the Two of Cups here, which is letting go of a connection. So letting go of a connection. We have another 10 here, the Ten of Pentacles. You may be needing to walk away of a connection that feels stable to you, and letting go of the conflict within that situation. This Two of Swords is kind of standing out to me. So she's being uber defensive. Those swords are pointing up, and it's almost like she's ready to stab anyone. And that's kind of like blindly swinging the sword. So as much as this might feel like this is a stalemate card, this card to me is almost bringing up a sense of overcutting. You need to stop listening to some people and work towards your healing. So we have with these twos here, I feel like balance is really needed. So your potential outcome is the Eight of Earth. It's putting in the work, right? Paying attention to the details. At the bottom of the deck, we have this beautiful Strength card. So having the strength to do it. And then we have the Sun card in the reverse, and the Wheel of Fortune in the upright. And I'm actually not going to, well, okay, I'll pull a clarifier on those two. But this is pretty easy for me to read. It's going to take time, and it's going to take work, and it's going to take effort and paying attention to the detail. But eventually that time is going to come, and you're going to be happy. You're going to be so happy. Right now, it's right there. You're right there on the cusp. It is en route. It's just going to take time. I'm hearing the word 6, so maybe 6 months. So overall, I mean, you're in a very good place. I'm hearing slow but steady wins the race. Okay, so right now, Cancer, you're the tortoise, right? And there's something that you really need to hold the fight against, hold the barrier against, and walk away from. You know, and your Two of Cups is here. It is there. You're going to go out and find it, and when you do, it's going to, you know, you already have the Ten of Pentacles. You have that legacy. You have that happy life, happy home, but something has to end. And it's some sort of battle that's going to have you stuck in your head and strategizing. Or this lying, stealing, sneaky type of behavior. Needs to stop. And don't go just swinging blindly at people. Okay. You have the strength to do this and the ability to block it and manifest what it is that you want. Okay, that is a lovely reading. It is. You can do this, Cancer. I mean, I remember your full moon reading ended in temptation, the devil card, and I felt like you guys were going to overcome that. But you were going to have to face it down, whatever it was. Your Fairy Forest Oracle card, we have Awen, gift, divine inspiration, and awakening. And like I said, I really got that off of your present situation. Like, there's clarity here, there's truth here, there's this solid, steady, it might be slow, but it is solid and steady and progress, slow progress. But with this High Priestess here, I felt like it was perhaps a belief system, or like learning to listen to your intuition and trust yourself. Right, that's number 41. That breaks down to a 5 for those of you who are into numerology. 5s talk about change. And your Kuan Yin Oracle card is the number 31, Sweeping Sister Willow. Sweeping Sister Willow. Alright, let's look at this fairy forest. Number 41. And a 4, which is all about stability. Okay, Awen. Gift, divine inspiration, awakening. Awen translates to divine inspiration or flowing breath. It is a mystical force that offers us a moment where there is a sudden surge in newfound knowledge, inspired thought, the ability to awaken our dormant talents, and a sense that before we were given the gift of Awen, we were like sleepwalkers. Awen is a moment where life is forever changed, and once we drink of Awen or feel it as a beam of divine light entering us and changing us, we can never return to who we are, and the world is never the same again. So when this card comes to you, you must know now that having experienced what has taken place, you cannot pretend life can ever be the same. You have lifted the veil and you have seen the face of the divine. You have drunk of the elixir of the gods, and the fairies have offered you their greatest gift. Awen does not stay, but the knowledge of what we have experienced in that moment changes us forever. So now that you have had this life-changing experience and been given this incredible moment of inspiration, you can either pretend to yourself that life is without magic, or you can continue to embrace the magic and the enchantment of every moment. Now if you choose, you can become more fully alive, and while this is no easy path, it is one that is full of deep, joyful moments, true connections, and poetic, blindingly beautiful experiences. Alwyn will come from time to time, and you are so blessed for having had this most sublime and life-changing of all mystical experiences. Lovely. Yeah, don't block this intuition. It's clear. You feel it. Okay. Then we have Sweeping Sister Willow, number 31. If I can find it. There it is. Sweeping Sister Willow gently brings you healing for forgiveness and release of old pain now. Let her branches gracefully sweep away any sadness and pain from your heart and soul. Your time for greater inner freedom is dawning, and the cleansing sadness and healing of forgiveness is the pathway to that greater freedom now. You deserve this freedom, and you are swiftly becoming ready to gift it to yourself with the help of Kuan Yin. Forgiveness is a way to raise your vibration by shedding old energies that drain you and prevent you from having all your power available to you. Now, it is a chance to free yourself from suffering and empower yourself. Sweeping Sister Willow guides you to forgive others and yourself abundantly and freely now. You may be aware of your own need for forgiveness, or this may come as a surprise to you, in which case be open to hearing the truth of who or what needs to be forgiven and released from the Willow Mother from deep within your own heart. It may be a small incident from when you were a child or a significant experience that you have just put to one side in an effort to carry on with your life. This approach has been admirable, and yet there is always a time to confront, forgive, and move on, not just in mind, but genuinely in the body. This oracle indicates that you are in a process of forgiving others, and that you also need to remember to forgive yourself for being human and needing to learn and grow. Just like everyone else, you do not have to be perfect, and sometimes it is not forgiving ourselves that we become most able to forgive others too. We suffer less from harsh judgments, which do not feel good for our heart and drain our soul forces. Instead, we experience more kindness, sweet nurturing from sweet Sister Willow Kuan Yin in her form of forgiveness and healing, and enjoy more peace of mind. Forgiveness is a powerful spiritual practice that helps you disconnect your energetic circuits from people, places, situations, and memories that can drain your power from the present moment and slow down your spiritual growth and the physical manifestation of your heart's desire and soul purpose. At present, you are growing spiritually. You need your power in the present moment to fuel your process. Like surfing a wave, you are about to be lifted. So forgive with serenity, with sincerity and wisdom. And know that this doesn't mean you are permitting future abuse. It means you are ready to have your power in the present moment. You have compassion and allow the universe to direct the learning of ever being on this planet. You let go of thoughts of revenge, and you free yourself from the past. Yeah. It's going to take time and work, but you are well on the way. Your happiness is coming. Like I said, I feel like for some of you, you are very close to the end of this journey. So that was your reading, Cancer. I hope you liked it, and if you did, and it's helpful for you, please hit the like and subscribe button. Share it on your social media with friends and family that may need to hear it. So remember that the end of the day, I love you, and have a good night. Bye-bye.